Hello. Okay. Do you know how to refuel this aircraft?
No.
Do you know how many tanks there is in it?
No.
No?
Two on the wing. Two per wing.
Yeah. There's a main in each wing and there's an auxiliary in each wing.
Okay.
I don't remember how many tons it took. Yeah, you could 10 tons actually. Around 5 tons in each main and
wing.
yeah, 5 in the main and nearly a ton in the auxiliary.
Okay.
And you refuel here. There's a refueling panel. Let's see. It should be around here.
Here?
No, that's the landing gear light. Det er noget lort. Jeg kan sgu ikke huske, hvor den er. Lad os se engang. This must be it here. It's true. Do you know what this is?
Yes, it's air brakes.
Yes, it is. Okay, this is for the main. You have to open this because when you open it, you also open the ventilation system in it.
Okay.
On the ground. So when you refuel, all the air can get out. But it can't if this is closed. And in order to pre-select how much is going in, you have to open here. Which we cannot do. So we need to go out here
Correct.
for the for the auxiliary fuel panel. Like this. Connected to the ventilation system. Pre-select refueling on this. And you could top it off a little bit. Top it up a little bit, but you cannot see anything anymore. But this one is connected to the ventilation. There's a ventilation valve up there somewhere. Can you see this there?
Oh yeah, I see it.
We once had a guy, you can, if you close that, you could press a little more fuel in. And once a guy did that, and the fuel pressure was so high,
Yes.
then it lifted up the upper skin. It breaks all the rivets.
Yes.
So the upper skin was like that, so we had to change the upper skin. When you open the fuel panel, you actually open underneath. It's a pipe going up on top of the... What, here? I think. No, here. When you open the fuel panel and the valve, this is open there, it's open here. This is the ventilation for the tank. When you refuel, the other one is positive pressure on the fuel when you fly. Okay.
This is the ventilation?
Yeah.
Okay.
The other one there, as I told,
What English for vite?
it's fast.
No, le vite. Vite seul?
What?
When we want to keep out the fuel when we are in a
dumping
flight.
fuel.
Dumping fuel?
Yeah.
So,
You cannot dump fuel on this one.
no?
If you have a trouble, if you are in deep shit and you have to dump fuel,
Yes?
you have to fly.
To fly and make
Yeah.
some round?
Yeah. Low altitude flying with full power, speed brakes out, and just fly for an hour. That's all.
Okay, so we can't
No.
keep out.
You can do that on Boeing aircraft, but not on this one. And you didn't have any oxygen mask in the cabin either. So if you have a deep compression in the cabin, you have to go down, and we always said yes. But if you are in the Alps, and everybody said, yeah, bad luck. Because there was no oxygen dropping out like in modern aircraft. It's a modern aircraft, but
For
not
you,
that.
but not for us. No.
Hey, Karen, do you know what this is?
I can't.
This was a temperature indicator, right?
Temperature.
What was that?
No, wasn't it a stall strip?
No? Was it? No?
I don't remember.
No, wait a minute. It was temperature regulation temperature indicator for the anti-ice system. It was an overheat sensor, I think, if I remember.
completely forgot that.
No, the stall strip was... What was that?
Ils ont travaillé sur cette carrée.
Ouais, sur celle-là même.
Sur celle-là, ouais.
Ils nous ont raconté plein de petites histoires sur le train d'atterrissage là-bas.
Oui.
C'est intéressant quand ils sont atterris à Beauvais.
Ouais, franchement, c'est intéressant.
Plein de bonnes choses.
Ouais, ouais.
We had to did we have three 10Bs, the shorter version,
Yeah.
with center tank, which was very, very special. It was in the route,
Oh yeah.
and the two of them, one was crashed in Dubai because they parallel from the ELS, they were too low.
Oh yeah.
No.
Wasn't it that? Okay, he knows better than I. Anyway, it flies into the mountain and it was completely spread out. The other one actually due to the construction of the gear, remember I told you there was no support on the back?
Oh yeah.
Because it was with center tank, it weighed nearly 2 tons more, and it had a lot of cycles because we used that aircraft a lot. And the supporting beam in the tank, which support the gear, it's when the big metric in the lower big metric where you screw the gear on, is supported by a huge cantilever, they call it, inside the tank, and they cracked.
Oh, yeah.
We knew they cracked because we x-rayed them. But that one cracked completely, so the gear collapsed. But it dragged out on the back of the tank and caught fire. And I don't know how many, but there was 17 or 20 people burned alive in the aircraft actually, in Iran, in Tehran. Yeah. And that was actually due to a crack running faster than expected. Also another thing about the 12 was we had, when they made the 12, was that it? De der revner, var det startet 10B'eren?
Nej,
Det var 12'eren.
det var 12'eren. De kom
What
i...
happened was they used the same wing. They extend the 10B to a 12. They extend the takeoff weight and also landing weight. They came up with new wheels who could take more pressure. But the construction of the wing was the same. So what happened was that they at one time found out that there was cracks up here between some of the rivets here. We found cracks because it was beginning to leak.
Yeah.
And what happened was we ended up with huge pieces of foil that we put up, and we marked all the cracks. And for every, I think, 100 landing or 50 landings or something like that, we have to tape it on and check the cracks.
Yeah.
And in the end, one crack, no, I know, it was actually released because that the wing who was in the fatigue test at
Toulouse.
Suddenly they knew the cracks was there.
Oh yeah.
Due to that they were fatigue testing. And we checked it on all the aircraft, so we knew the status of all the cracks. What happened was that one crack suddenly connected, boo 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 boo, like that, and they grounded all caravels.
Oh yeah.
And
12.
No, also 6Rs and everything.
Okay.
Everything was, because at that time we had to go out and charter, subcharter from everywhere. That was when we ended up with the Kenya. We ended up with a Boeing 707 from Kenya where hydraulic and oil was running out of the... Anyway, what happened was that they were grounded and we had to follow up on that, and the 12, due to the heavier takeoff weight, was had to be re-skinned on the wing.
Oh yeah.
And they were flown. Yeah, the other ones, the 10Bs and the 6Rs was all right, but the 12 they were nervous of.
Due to the mass.
Yeah. What happened was that they took them down and they say, okay, reskinning the aircraft, even that it's only 10 years old, costs too much. Yeah. Don't you want an Airbus 300? At that time they were building those. And Sterling actually say that was a good offer, very good offer. But at that time they couldn't handle a big aircraft like that because the whole organization and selling travels and everything was not geared for that. So they ended up with reskinning. They reskinned the 12 and they put extra plate underneath on the 10Bs to enforce the wings. That was a huge job actually. Yeah, taking the wings of the aircraft, putting new skins in with another dimension, and you have to. There was a slide. Yeah, and you have to approve the aircraft because it changed the weights and everything. So that was a huge job, and they were out for I think it took 3-4 months for each aircraft. So that has been reskinned. You cannot start the APO anymore?
Only yes, I need to change the